Harr, it is time for Jimmy. It is time to see the Kid Nation exclusive. Jimmy tells it all. And for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, if you want to catch this live, usually every Sunday is when we have React Days.
Hello, my hair is getting so large it is acquiring its own gravity field and or sentience.
Nice.
This video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. That's right, the wallet that holds up to 12 cards as well as cash. With
That
over
small
30,000
wallet.
5-star reviews and a lifetime warranty
It
to
can't
boot,
hold
they're the last wallet you'll ever
my
have to
ID,
buy.
man.
And best of all, they've got over 30
It's too
colors and
small,
styles
I
to
think.
choose from, so you can pick the one that's
It
right
looks,
for you.
it looks small.
So if you're still using a bulky old wallet like this, why don't you head over to ridge.com/JonTron and use code JonTron.
Because
to
it
save
can't
yourself
hold my
10%
ID, man.
And get free worldwide shipping and returns.
yeah, it definitely can't
And
hold
not to
my,
mention, this beauty
my
makes
ID.
a perfect gift for Father's Day, which is coming up. Don't be a bad son or daughter.
Last time
Wait,
on
we're getting
JonTron,
new IDs, Jim?
John took a plunge into the world of Jonathan Kosh and Kid Nation. Today we catch up with Jimmy from New Hampshire to find out if he's still 8 years old and to ask the hard-hitting questions.
If he's
you haven't watched part
traumatized.
1, do so now or I'll
Oh.
scream. Link in the description below.
What may have seemed like the ending there was really just the beginning for us.
Get a bigger wallet. I mean, I'm happy with my wallet. My wallet's like a 20-year-old AC/DC wallet. It does its job. It's just, yeah, it's still holding up. Is an ID a piece of plastic? It's like it's pretty big. It's pretty bulky. It's kind of like the size of my hand, of my palm. It is plastic, yes, but it's big, and it is mandatory to have it on you.
We had to get down to the bottom of what actually happened at Kid Nation. And I'm very pleased to announce we have a very special guest joining us here today. So everyone, please put your hands together for Jimmy Flynn!
In Greece, you had new credit card IDs. Oh, so that's what we're getting as well. Credit card size IDs with chips and stuff recorded on them. Yo, by 2030? That's cool. I didn't know that. I don't know we're gonna get cool shit. Nice. Nice.
Sorry, we gotta take precautions here. All right, just gonna spray you down first, Jimmy. All right, sorry about this. It's for your own good. Okay, let's go. All right, Jimmy.
The poor guy's like, what did I just join, man? No, our IDs are like the size of like 3 credit cards put next to each other. Like pretty big.
Let me just come on over this way. Have a seat over there. Thanks again for coming on.
Of course, it's an honor, John.
Oh, it's
Actually, our IDs are bigger than passports, or similar size as a passport. Around that. A bit bulkier. That's how our IDs are.
It's our pleasure, trust me. Look at you. You're all grown up, you're a big boy now.
Yep.
The fuck are you laughing at? You think this is funny? This isn't funny, this is serious. This was child abuse, what happened to you?
Oh my god, his face! Oh man, this child abuse will happen to you. Just smile and nod. Just smile and nod. Oh, I mean, to be fair, what the fuck else are you gonna be able to say about it? It's like, yes, therapy.
It's great to have you here. Can I offer you anything before we start? Which I'm gonna crack you a can
Oh,
of Bush's baked beans.
bruh,
Nice, sorry.
bruh. The face of absolute confusion, going like, what? What?
This should hydrate you before we.
Thank you very much.
Oh shit!
Well then.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. So this is the real Jimmy. This is the real. He's really here. This is him. Jimmy, we have a lot of questions for you.
You know, he just wanted to bring back the memories of those first 5 days in the camp where everything was chaos and messy. And I think he's doing a great job at evoking that trauma, just bringing it all back. What the actual hell, man?
I'm sure everyone watching at home, I'm sure everyone is curious. I'm curious. We're all curious, but we want to get the real scoop from somebody who's really there. You say your memory's a bit fuzzy then, right?
Yeah, it was 13 years ago, so a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, so you were 8 then, and you are 21 now? Mm-hmm. Okay, so just tell us,
Damn.
what we really want to know is, was it as real as it
Holy.
looks?
So So people didn't. So when they say no adults, I mean they meant no parents. Obviously, there's cameramen and stuff. People thought there was no cameraman or anything like.
That's what I was saying. I figured the cameraman wasn't like a toddler.
I wasn't a robot. Yeah.
People thought that there were no adults. The heck?
Robot, or I wouldn't even think of robot. I was thinking like a toddler, but. Wait. So yeah, there's adults manning the stations, the cameras and stuff.
And every now and then they would dictate some things you did. Like I found a. So I was on the poor team. Okay.
The poor team.
The poor team.
Oh, you mean like the laborer class?
Yeah.
Do we have that down here? See? There
The
you were.
poor
South
team.
feudalism. That's you down there. See? You were there.
Yeah. I see that.
You were right there in the laborer class.
I was one of the damn Jess.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show you that. Anyway,
Damn.
so go on.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so we got like, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 buffalo nickels, which was the currency.
Buffalo nickel.
They were just silver with buffaloes on them.
Yeah, fair enough. Currency of the Old West.
And I spent all my money in the candy shop and on root beer because I was 8 years old.
So you were going to a payday.
He spent all his money on candy and root beer. That's adorable and wholesome, but at the same time, it's just like,
Advance, like right after that, weren't you? You were trying to get a welfare check.
Yeah, I wanted.
You were waiting in the unemployment line.
Yeah, I was, and so I didn't have any money, but like for the most part, I spent all of it, and then
You gotta save, Jimmy. Come on.
I didn't know what saving was. I didn't.
It was 8. I'm way too young for this.
And so some of the cameramen were like, "Oh, look what we found here," and they would kick some dirt and be like, "Oh, it's a buffalo nickel. You should pick it." But they planted it probably.
Oh, they.
aw, that's so wholesome, man. That's so wholesome. Like the camera dude's like, here, kid, you're 8. Get some food, man. That's kind of at least a bit better, a tiny bit better that they did that. But you know, the same people were the ones that were just letting them cry and just filming it for the world to see.
They just would like throw you more money.
Yeah.
So was it a real functioning economy? I mean, to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, like I would go. I didn't even know we had a general store. I didn't know that. They didn't communicate that with us. I just knew that there was a candy store and a soda shop.
It sounds like they didn't clue you in on much then.
The
Yeah,
heck?
I also probably wasn't listening very well because I was 8, and I don't listen
Jimmy,
very.
come on. Did they give you like food
Jesus.
that wasn't shown, or did you really have to eat what they cooked?
So for the most part, we ate what they cooked, and they had like it was horrible.
What the kids cooked?
Yeah, it was shit. It was horrible.
I knew it. So they really weren't feeding you. You had to feed
They fed us-
yourselves.
to my memory, they fed us one time, and it was after the big.
One of the kids started to look real pale, like
Yeah, I was
foot started to numb.
after the after, we got trench foot. No, after the like the big event, we came back and everybody there was no time to cook because we did the event. And we were all like freezing because it was very cold. Oddly enough, it's cold in New Mexico at night, and so they fed us, and it was this. I didn't like vegetables very much, but I remember it was a weirdly cooked chicken breast, and then like this purple. I'm assuming it's cabbage now, but I didn't know what it was at the time.
Some purple
It was
substance.
purple stuff, and it wasn't good.
Oh my god.
Not even the food that they cooked wasn't good. What the? Holy shit, man. That's insane. They had.
I did not eat very well. Because other than that, we had
The whole.
dusty pancakes and molasses syrup.
So they just said,
Dusty
children,
pancakes?
make your own food, really eat it, and stay alive. And there's no problem with this.
One of the intervention they had people just walk around making sure you're hydrated. Because they couldn't have people passing out, so
Okay,
there was just,
that'd be bad for ratings.
yeah. They had this one
Jesus.
assistant who was always giving me Gatorade. Oh, and they gave us this dust to brush
Gatorade for hydration?
your teeth. You had like
I guess, like, you gotta convince the kids to drink water, right?
little,
What?
you do this and
You
you.
could have just picked it off the ground. Dust?
Well, it wasn't dust. It was a little canister with like powder that you'd
Okay.
rub on your teeth and then
So-
spit.
I guess the
This is literally what Gatorade is for. So is water. It's got them electrolytes. Oh my god. Oh.
the main question is, to what degree was that really like just you versus the elements? How much intervention was there?
There was enough just to get us by, but other than that, I didn't think there was a whole lot. Because I like I said, like, okay, so when I'm sleeping, I had a mattress that was probably this thick, and then a
What?
blanket that was the thickness of this carpet.
What? They really did that to you?
I'm like, and then my pillow, I didn't have one, so I used my red puffy coat.
What the fuck? What the heck, man? You sent them in a place that gets freezing at night and underfeed them and work them out and exhaust them. And then, like, you don't even give them, like, proper blankets. or an extra blanket. Jesus Christ, man.
Puff it up and use it as a pillow.
They're
And I had long hair, so I got cut in the
kids.
zipper a few times.
Wait, so but that must have been like legitimately
Red
scary
Pup.
for you a little bit, right? Was it?
I also shared it with like 4 or 5 other boys I just met.
So there was no way out of it.
I like the face he has right here. Like he's like, I can't believe I actually shared my feelings with someone else. Damn, I really was dumb. To clarify, I don't think he is dumb. I think people should be able to share stuff, but like his face is literally like, I can't believe I did that.
So there was no way out of it until the first
Right,
town
yeah,
hall meeting,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You were forced for the first 4 days.
Because I love how they're like, don't worry, this isn't some kind of crazy show. You can get off. Just, you gotta wait like 2 weeks. Like, that's really what they did, right? So that's not fake. You couldn't elect out.
Not that I mean, if I really like threw a tantrum, they probably would. But
Suppose you could have run in a different direction until nobody found you.
They had like a wall of like security people like really far off to
Really?
like make sure that no weird people or no animals like
No
that.
weird
But
people or animals.
it was like Hands Across America. Is that what it's called? The thing in the movement
I'm not sure.
or something like that. But they literally had people like surrounding the
A
town.
chain link like this?
They were
Holding
literally
hands?
chained, but they
The fuck? In 2 weeks? I thought it was 5 days. I guess it was 5 episodes? What the fuck?
looked like they were.
I think I'd be concerned if a weird man just showed up at the border of a random ghost town.
Yeah,
So wait, yeah, no. Did you like? Were there scorpions in there?
I never saw a scorpion. I saw jackrabbits.
A jackrabbit. That's
And I
terrifying.
tried to murder them.
Oh, I remember
Sorry,
that.
What?
Peter, but I mean, like,
To a certain degree, you can't get all the scorpions out of the area.
I don't know if they put down their scorpion repellent,
Pesticide bomb.
but I didn't see anything.
That's-
Did anybody see any critters that were dangerous?
Not that I know of. I think that's what the people. When we were out like jackrabbit hunting, we weren't really far off the area, but like we had obviously people like accompany us. We saw this. I remember seeing like cows and bulls, but they were tagged, so they like
Right.
belonged to a farm. They weren't
just
wild.
wild
They weren't.
cows.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't even know if there are wild cows. But
Very dangerous and a bit rude, if I'm being honest.
Holy shit, man. That is insane. 2 weeks of boot camp. Like, it's just crazy to me just hearing the recollection of everything.
No, but the thing is, right, because I was wondering, I was like, because they're making you sleep in these dusty old cabins with like, you know, probably space between the floorboards, right?
yeah,
So I'm surprised you didn't come across any.
I wasn't there very long, so maybe there's some.
I'm
hidden
curious.
tales.
I'm curious if anyone else. If anyone else from Kid Nation knows if there were critters in or around your area, I want to know. That was a legitimate thing that I was wondering about. So you had to feed yourselves. You really were pretty much open to the elements. Like, was it insulated? Was it cold at night in there?
Oh, it was freezing. It was really
they
really
didn't
cold.
even keep you warm. You're
I
only a
shivered.
kid.
I shivered every night.
You shit.
He was shivering every night and no one noticed or did anything about it. What the fuck?
Shivered.
Yes.
They really genuinely put like because like the thing is I'm just trying to figure out where the line between reality TV and they really are putting a kid in nature.
It was pretty. All right, so we had these crappy old houses, and then they stuffed like 6 of us in there.
He was a
Tiny
pioneer, right? Yeah.
Thin mattresses, very thin blankets. In the middle of the night in Mexico, it's freezing. I'd have to wear like full clothing. I wouldn't be able to go in like PJs. I had like sweatpants and stuff.
I feel like there were a couple times at camp like that, but it was always like a little bit monitored. On the bus when you were all coming in.
Yes.
Did they tell you where you were going?
No, that bus ride was like 2 hours, and we had no idea. I remember I was just in. So we were at Sanitation, some random New Mexico
2-hour bus
hotel,
ride?
And I was on the bus. And I remember just
Without
like I was on
knowing
the
stuff?
window seat,
Damn.
and I was like looking out the window. And I saw my mom and my sister, and we just like drove away, and I was like, shit, this is real. And then like, wow, I have no. And then we drove forever, and they never told it. They were like,
Whose idea was it for you to get on this show?
go on the show. I think it was like my mom's. I mean, like I was kind of interested.
What do you mean whose idea it was to go on the show? Like, first of all, he's 8. It's not like it's his idea.
In acting when I was little, and so I auditioned for this, like the new role. But I
You
was
weren't gonna have to do any acting.
little did I know. And so we went to an audition in Boston, and like they were like, "Oh, we like you, but you're too young." And that was when I was 7, so it was a year before. And then the next year they were like, "Oh, I guess I still liked me." So they were like, "You're 1 year older, so you're better now."
Well, they called your mom up and said, "We got the perfect role for him. We're gonna strand him in a random location. You can't
This
come.
is-
Yes.
If you call the police, we'll come for you. We have people. You got a call from like an acting agency to your mom and you were trying to do act.
They got told that this is an acting position for what they were doing for like reality TV. I mean, it makes sense why there was the beauty pageant girl now, tiny bit. But like, Jesus Christ, at 7 they were too young and at 8 it's fine. Who the heck set the value so low as well?
Acting. You weren't like, I'm so ready for this social experiment.
Yeah, I was more into the playing a character and being in a nice movie set like this or something, and then
you didn't know. Thank you, by the way, for saying this is a nice movie set here in my actual basement. No, but it is pretty sick, though, isn't it, guys?
yeah,
It's a sick movie set.
yeah.
No, but yeah. So you weren't trying to get in a social experiment. Like, did you know that it was going to be like real, or did you think this was going to be fake? Like, what was the when you got off the bus? Did everybody suddenly realize it's more real than they thought?
I mean, I went in with like a whole different idea. Like, I was like, oh, I want to be like coolest kid.
Oh.
Basket. I'm gonna have a fun time. Like, I was expecting it to be more like an adventure. Like, oh, it's gonna be fun.
Right.
No
Like
parents. Let's like drink root beer until like midnight, and no one can tell us our bedtime kind of thing. I was like, oh, this is great. I got there. It was horrible.
Right. If I were a kid, I think I would think the same thing. Like, did you have any concept at that
Interesting
age of,
preconception.
like, oh, it's reality TV, but it's probably not going to be like totally real?
So I grew up watching Survivor. Like, my parents and my family would always watch it, and that seems very authentic. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a kid Survivor, but like there was a decent amount of intervention, and I think it was mainly because it was just like everywhere you turn there was a camera. And it's something you don't really realize when you're watching, is that when you're actually there, there's like cameramen everywhere.
So what did your parents think of this whole thing?
Interesting.
I mean, so in the beginning they were all for it because it sounds like a a cool adventure. Like, oh, he's gonna go out. Like, it sounded like a little bit more extreme summer camp. It was a lot worse. But when I came back, they were like, my mom was very glad that I came home because she didn't realize how much she would like miss me after having to like leave her child in New Mexico and go back to New Hampshire.
And how long were you there from the time you got off the bus to the time you left?
So so I was at Bonanza City for 4 days. 4 days. And then when I left, I think it was like 2 or 3 days. I was in a hotel with one of like the PA, do you call them PAs?
Production assistant.
Yeah. One of the PAs. I was just like in a hotel with it. That sounds really bad.
I'm gonna.
Okay, so it was only like he was only there for 4 actual days, but it took longer. Like, it was the entire trip going there, like going back.
Was he? Was he hands off? Did he let you do what you wanted?
It's very nice. No.
Okay.
It was 2 different hotel rooms. He was just like, brought me to like the mall. We were having a fun time. Great guy.
Hands off or hands on?
Very hands off.
Okay. So has this like followed you? Did your schoolmates find out about this and stuff?
Oh yeah. I think I was the only kid from New Hampshire on it, so like it was talk of the town.
Right.
Yeah, it aired in my 4th grade. Everyone was like fine with it. And then I think as we got older and we got into that prepubescent, like I got a lot of backlash from it.
Backlash, damn.
I hear about this like backlash from like. Wouldn't you think people would be like,
he basically
Jimmy,
got bullied for it?
the sick kid from Kid Nation.
It was like, you're
you
bitch.
got put in the desert by producers. Like, what?
Oof.
Why would they make fun of you for that?
Because I left early and I cried, and they're like, I don't cry.
You were AIDS.
People don't cry. Apparently, I'm the only person that cries.
You were not the only. In the episode that I watched, play the clip. Look at all them crying. Everyone cried. That's what I was gonna say. That's how I felt like I knew this was real. Like half the kids break down eventually. And I'm like, that's what I really want to know.
Oh man, that's really shitty, honestly.
That one scene where do you remember there's a scene where you're just crying somewhere?
In the back of a barn.
Did you really run away?
I actually did run away, and then the producers, the Karen found me like, hey Jimmy, can we film you?
He did! That's what I said, I made fun of it. That's really what happened.
He came up to
He's just like, yeah, give me more of that.
well, they asked, like, do you mind if we film you? Like, this will be pretty good. And I was like,
this will be good.
It's kind of like so sad. I mean, it's nice that they ask, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, the crying 80-year-old is definitely able to give you proper consent and to properly like judge the situation and react accordingly. It is scummy, yes. It is. It's like, bruh.
I mean, interrupt you.
I was like,
this will be good.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I know you have no concept of anything. Your prefrontal cortex isn't even grown in yet. This is going to be great for ratings. Can you keep the waterworks coming?
I was like, whatever it takes.
Honestly, what Because I joked about that,
Crazy.
but I'm like, because my feeling was, you film an 8-year-old crying, it's not fake.
No.
You can't be like Haley Joel Osment when you see him crying on an AI or whatever movie when he's a kid actor. You're like, okay, so he learned to cry. But when a kid's like, you're like, oh, geez.
Yeah, I mean,
couldn't
that
believe anybody
definitely
could sit
didn't
there
look
and be
fake at
just,
all.
silently like.
Yeah, kind of heartless.
So were there any was there a fallout from this? Was it like a lawsuit or anything?
I did not sue them, but they were sued a bunch of times. So kids drink bleach.
What? Kids drank bleach. Why the fuck did they not? First of all, why didn't they supervise the bleach? They had cameramen everywhere. Holy shit. Oh. Yeah, I mean, he's saying everything very casually. Like he's laughing it off. I don't know if he unpacked the trauma and now he's just kind of like laughing about it because like he dealt with it, or if he's still like kind of like not dealing with it. But Jesus Christ, they actually drank bleach.
I mean, first I've heard of that.
So
I'm glad you're here to tell me about it. So you go ahead and tell us about the bleach.
Yeah. So I was not there for that part, but kids don't know how to clean things very well. So they're like, this is dirty glass. Bleach.
You mean they washed the glass?
They instead of washing it with soap and water or just hot water, they used bleach to clean it.
And then drank from it.
And then they didn't wash it out very well. Next glass.
Did they get sick? Did they get
Jesus
sick?
Christ.
Oh my.
They had an ambulance! Oh my actual lord. Jeez. Oh man. That is insane. That I can't believe like people didn't actually even supervise that. Holy shit. That is crazy. I can't believe it. Common sense. I mean, the kids, right? You can't blame the kids for not knowing. But like the adults, what the heck? The supervision from them, like who gave them the products and then went, what can go wrong? It's not like they can misuse them. I guess yeah, it is common sense, and the fact that it's not actually common and people don't think that kids don't know any better. It is absolutely baffling. Yeah, like that's the thing, especially bleach. It is like, how do you just allow that in a camp of kids? How do you not like have someone help them with that part? Like, I understand making a reality survival show, but they're kids, man. It's like who goes, yeah, it's good for ratings if it's very authentic and the bleach actually ends up being drunk. Like, what the heck? Who cleans glasses with bleach and leaves the bleach residue in? I mean, kids. I know adults that don't properly clean glasses or plates or stuff and leave stuff on them because either they don't pay enough attention or they don't see very well. Some of the kids were wearing glasses, right? Lack of supervision or guidance, that's why it's more staged now. It's for liability. Yeah. I didn't know the kids actually clean them. Yeah, like the kids were doing everything, Arker. They were cleaning their dishes, they were cooking the food, they were using the outhouses, and like I don't even know if they were cleaning the outhouses. Oh
my god. But like, was it like a real reaction from drinking bleach, or was it a preventative ambulance?
I mean, there's no way you feel good after.
I don't think you would
Wow.
Another
know.
girl got burnt, like got really I don't know how bad, but she had oil burns when she
She
was
still have
cooking.
her face?
Probably, hopefully, maybe.
Well,
probably not.
you haven't seen it, so maybe it's
Yeah.
not there. Wait, no. So she got burned how?
She was cooking, and again, kids don't know how to cook, so they're like, I need at least 3 cups of oil in this pan.
Oh, and
so
it like sizzled out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not deep frying it. They just were trying to cook it like sizzled
my
out.
God.
And I think
Ouch.
pretty sure they got sued for that.
They-
Those are the only 2 I know.
Because
Those are the 2 situations I know they got sued for, and I'm just like, wow, crazy.
I'd never heard of it, and when you try to buy this thing online, there's one clip of this show online. Everywhere that it's listed, you can't buy it. It's not for sale. I assume the lawsuits they try to bury this thing.
Yeah, I think so too. But they gave well, at least me. I shouldn't speak for everybody else. They gave me a DVD of every episode, so I have all of them.
Okay, was there really one
So the people that are affected by this have all the proof. That's kind of funny.
bathroom only?
Yes. Well, for the guys, no, because I peed behind almost
Wherever you
every
wanted.
bar. Yeah, I peed wherever I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so was there really just one house for 40 kids?
Yeah, so it was actually right outside my room. And the funny thing was, if I woke up, there was a line of like 20 kids waiting to use the outhouse. And I,
Jesus
that's
Christ,
really
man.
that was really real.
I was wondering, I'm like, 40 kids?
Yeah.
40 kids, one outhouse? There's gonna be a line. the math shows the line.
Yeah.
And there was 20 kids waiting for the one outhouse.
That's why I peed outside for the most part.
Jesus Christ. Dude, what the actual fudge? Who? Oh, forcing kids to like hold it in. Oh man, this is a nightmare. This is crazy. And I can't believe that the parents of 40 kids agreed to this. Like, it makes me thankful that I had good parents that cared for me.
Jimmy, see, you really were the smartest one.
Yeah, and then I also...
He really
bit of a
was the
problem with that.
smartest, honestly.
How does a girl pee on the outside? On the side of the house? Sorry.
Bruh. How does a girl pee outside? We don't pee on a house. We pee on the ground. Like, how, we're not dogs. I know, like, people say bitches, right, when referring to women, but like, we're not dogs, man. Like, we don't pee like that. Like, what the actual fuck? Oh man, maybe you don't feel like that. Yeah. Oh, I think like if I peed like that, it would like run down my leg, man. Like.
On the side of the house? Sorry, I didn't mean to spray you there. I gotta just ask one more time. One, there's no other way. There was no other way to relieve oneself.
No, and I did not defecate while I
You
was
didn't?
there.
Jimmy, you didn't drop the kid. Your parents dropped
Wow.
their kids off, but you didn't drop your kids off at any pool.
For
I saw the
5 days,
outhouse.
he didn't
I saw a girl
poop.
come out. I went in, and and I just saw a lot of poop, and I was like, I can't do
saw
this.
a lot of poop.
So I
You
got out, and I just did
Oh,
not go.
man.
And you saw the scene. You saw the crime scene. You tried to bleach it from your mind, not literally. Just
Yeah, I mean, outhouses like that, you're obviously gonna see in the pit, especially if it's not dug too deep. Oh, man.
that. Wait, so can you just expand on the statement? I saw a lot of poop,
I was afraid that if I sat down, it would go in me.
and you'd get more up in there.
Jesus
And I didn't want that to happen.
Christ,
God
So I
knows
was
you have
man.
enough boiling up inside.
And so I was like, I can't do
You
this.
don't need an insertion,
I looked back, I
Bruh.
don't know who would ever empty it. So like, it would literally just pile up.
so nobody emptied it.
What the actual fudge? No one was taking care of the outhouse? Oh man. What kids is gonna volunteer for poop duty? I mean, can you imagine them washing their hands there as well? Can't even make a proper outhouse. Yeah, like they just dug a hole and put the outhouses, like temporary outhouses there. That's why like they gave them 8 more. Oh, I can't lose these wonderful emotes. Another 6 months of being sub to pause. Oh, thank you, End of Love. I appreciate it. Piling poop, excuse what? Yeah, a proper outhouse, right, is dug very deep. But like, if you have just a small hole, like imagine digging a grave size hole, right? It will eventually pile up because it's a small hole. It's like what, 30 centimeters probably what they gave them, if that.
I don't think so, because when I went in, it was kind of a tower.
It was a tower.
I-
I was wondering, like, if this really was. So they genuinely were like, do you want to watch cartoons, kids? Or would you like to have sanitation? Did you guys take showers?
So for the first 3 days, we did not take a shower. But after our big like event, when it had like all the colored water all over us, then we took a shower for like.
Where were those showers?
They had them in like little trailers.
So they could have brought you more porta potties.
Yes.
Of course,
They didn't
yeah.
wanna.
Yes.
They wanted to torture you on purpose.
Yes.
Did Jonathan Karsh have his own bathroom?
I think he had his own trailer. I'm pretty sure he had a nice luxury bed.
Okay, I gotta ask you about Jonathan Karsh. Mm-hmm. It's a creepy, strange alien lizard man, isn't he?
I think it was.
You think he was a reptilioid? Because whenever he was talking to you guys, he was very direct. He was just like, "You are looking like easy pickings down there."
Yeah, he would repeat the same lines over and over again because it would be like, oh, that take wasn't good enough. So he was
Really?
very robotic. He'd be like, in our town's objective is this. And then they'd be like, okay, and say it again. And he would say, in our town's objective. So he would repeat things over and over again. So we were really like, yo, what the fuck's
You were just
going
like,
wrong?
is this guy like broken?
Yeah.
It always kind of looked like he was talking at you, not really to you.
Oh, he definitely was. I mean, also like when I left, he just like towered over me. He was just like looking down. He was like, "Bye, bitch."
That's how there was a few
Jeez.
things, because we do media. We know
Damn. I can't imagine being a kid and having to go through that.
certain tricks of the trade, and I noticed certain things that were like you could not fake. Like you were looking up at this towering man, like you're giving him this kind of look, and I'm like, my God, Jimmy's truly like in awe, because normally like at that age, adults talk to you kind of in a different way.
They maybe get down to your level and you try to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Nah,
But he's just like,
power figure.
well, I guess you're leaving, little boy. The door is that way. It was weird. I really thought it was weird. Were you creeped out by him?
I was a little. I didn't feel safe around him. I'll say that.
I read. Were you creeped out? I don't feel safe. He was creeped out.
He didn't feel safe around Jay Karsh, the king. I don't know if you saw. Here, give me that. We put him right. That's where he was in the feudal economy. He was right there. He was king. Jay Karsh. I call him Jay Karsh. What did you guys call him?
I didn't know his name.
You didn't know what I'm saying? That
What did you guys call him? You think they had the chance to have a conversation with that person? Oh.
man, that specter that shows up
Yeah.
and taunts me with stars. So they didn't tell you about the star until you didn't know about it until you left.
I think I knew about it like on the flight home, because when I went in, my mom alluded to the idea like, oh, maybe you'll be able to win money. So they might have told her. I'm gonna confront her about that.
How'd you feel when you found out you lost a chance at the star without even knowing?
I was a little bit pissed. I was like, because they didn't tell it.
Interesting that he was actually pissed about it.
But it certainly would have had a fact. It would have had a push to make me stay.
We wondered that because you walked out and then he's like, all right, here it is.
Yeah, I didn't know until like a few days later. I was like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Do you know what happened to Jared 3 years?
See? Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's like, it's fair. It's fair from the perspective of like him having feelings of like resentment for it, or just feeling like he got shafted or screwed. For me, it's more of a concern that I think it's not good for someone to stay just for the money. But yeah, it's valid, of course, to like feel shafted, and it kind of sucks that he missed out on it. But I still think, in my opinion, right, like I am not the person that was there, and I like my opinion doesn't mean anything in this situation, because like he's the one that has to have those feelings and deal with them and live with them. But I still think it was the better choice.
Years before that day?
Today has been the worst day in 3 years.
I've been wondering that myself, because I'm worried for him. I don't know what happened 3 years ago.
Something really bad happened
Something
to
really
him.
bad happened to him,
Yeah,
and I'm scared.
So you said you were on the news about it?
Yeah. So I went on when I was 8, but it
He
aired a
was
year
on the
later. So I was on the
news?
news, like, or there were like some fucking news channel,
Damn.
like around the time it was aired, and they were like, oh, we feel bad. You missed out on your chance to win a gold star, so we got you one for the studio. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get money. Oh, I was like, look at this. I was like, wow.
That one's rounded. It doesn't even look like
And it's also
a
a
star.
paperweight that I accidentally broke.
Oh, it's a paper. How'd you break it? Enraged? People keep screwing me over. I'm just a little boy.
I think that's what it was. But yeah, this is probably worth, $7.
I could see that at least. You could probably get it for $5.99 on Amazon. Maybe not. That doesn't even look like the same kind of star.
Yeah, it's kind of small.
We felt bad about
So
it,
what are you up to
so
these days? What have
have
you,
a
what have
fake
you gotten
one.
up to?
I'm going out to medical school in the fall.
Medical school. He's going to save lives. See, that's what happens to people who go through traumatic things. So you're going to medical school?
He's like, I don't want people to drink bleach and have an ambulance come to them. I'm so traumatized by that ambulance incident that now I want to become a doctor.
For what kind of what
Oh,
field?
man.
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking like oncology right now, but I mean, it's probably gonna change.
Oncology. What's oncology?
Cancer.
Cancer.
Okay, I don't ever do this. I'm gonna pretend I knew what oncology was because I don't want to look that dumb.
I'm gonna pretend I know what it was. Yeah. So much for your editor letting you pretend.
I know what most fields are. I didn't know the cancer field is called oncology.
It's a weird name. It's a really weird name.
Yeah. So Jimmy, what field are you going into?
Right now, I think I'm gonna go into oncology.
Oncology. For all those of you who don't know, that's the cancer one.
His editor is even worse. He left
So you should all feel stupid out there for not knowing that. Okay, so yeah, you're going into to the field for like research or actual surgery or what kind of...
I'm thinking like probably both, like research and like clinical work, like working with patients.
Nice, brilliant. Well, Jimmy, you seem like you're a real nice, cool guy. Has anyone ever described you that way? Told you that?
No.
Has anyone ever been nice to you?
No, people are nice to me.
Well, Jimmy, thank you so much for...
Has everyone ever told you something nice? Dude, he's a guy. No one compliments him. You should already know that. You're a guy too. Oh, people need to tell others they're nice more often, man. Appreciate those that are nice in your life.
Coming on, but before you leave, we've got a little something for you.
Chat. You're nice sometimes.
Wanted to right this wrong, okay? And we wanted to finally give you that star we feel you deserved.
Oh, memes aside, you know, just cause I might as well get sappy while I can. YouTube, a lot of you, like, I read comments and a lot of you like leave really nice, helpful comments and like really nice comments and that bring a smile. So thank you. Hey, thank you for like, you know, being nice.
That's right, bring it out, boys.
The sometimes really hurt. Well, do better, Helgor. Do better. Oh. Why are they leaving the printer for so long? Why is his face? Look at his face. Look at like his straight face. He's just staring forward. Just staring. Oh. YouTube, these guys. I mean, think of it this way. If you weren't a nice person on Twitch, you wouldn't be in my chat. The fact that you are able to type in my chat and you're not banned means you're nice. You're nice, chat. Okay?
There we go.
Hold on.
Sorry, that's the best we can do. We're out of magenta.
One free Big Mac without a drink. Wow.
So here you go, Jimmy. How do you feel?
Wow.
There it is. That QR code, you just scan that.
Just scan the QR code that I'm showing on stream, on screen to everyone on YouTube. Yeah.
Free Big Mac, no drink though. I'm sorry.
Already taken.
Let me
Yep.
disinfect that for handing it over to you. Gotta be a bit thorough there. All right.
Nice.
There it is for the big guy.
Say.
How do you feel, Jimmy?
Wet.
You scan that code. One free Big Mac, no drink though. I'm sorry. We got to work with the times where. Yeah, hold that up. Wow, wow, wow. All right, Jimmy. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me, John.
It's interesting though that he went from being an actor to deciding to become a doctor after his traumatic acting experience as an 8-year-old.
I don't know if you can tell. I'm not an interviewer, so I just have one final question for
I'm
you.
not an interviewer.
What do you regret more, Kid Nation or JonTron?
This has been a pretty shitty experience.
Yeah.
The spot, that like awkward moment of like, I don't actually know.
Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna kill you for this.
He crossed the line. Oh man. You actually scanned the QR. What did it say? I gotta say, the exclusive Jimmy interview was definitely fantastic. It was eye-opening and shocking at the same time, and interesting to find out what goes behind reality TV a tiny bit more as well. It's a gif, of course it is. Is it a gif of a Big Mac though? But I honestly, like, this is like the second video of JonTron that I have watched, and I dig it. He's kind of weird, but weird in a good way. It's like, it's funny weird. It's just like kind of like, I don't know, like a mime. You know, just kind of feeling your face, kind of like going like, oh yeah, you're a person, and just I don't know what I'm trying to say, man. He's kind of like mime to me. Oh, yeah, it's like he's a master of awkward moments, but they're like so well done in a way. They're just like good pace awkward moments, you know. Mimes are creepy. They are. I don't think they're creepy. They're kind of endearing. I don't know. Anyway, if you're here by the end of this video on YouTube, thank you for hanging out until the very, very end. I appreciate you, and do let me know in the comments.